All right, what's up, everyone? This is a new episode of Sports Harder. We're doing the video thing again. Week 2 of streaming, well, not streaming, but recording a video and trying our best here to give you guys multiple ways to listen to us. So we got our YouTube, we got our Anchor. We're excited. Go design, a lot of coming together, a lot of things happening. But I'm your host this evening, Maddie Lukewarm Ice, and my co-host, as always, Chris the Corona Grinder.
What's up, buddy?
Just doing the flexing. You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna flex right now.
Yeah.
Do you do that when we weren't doing the video? Like when it was just the audio? Would you do that? Like when I introduced you, would you just do that?
Just pound the chest. Nah, I have to flex because Raiders beat the Chiefs.
It's what? How long? A minute 20 into the episode, and you mentioned it. I was wondering how long it would take you. So.
Dude, I don't care. We beat the Chiefs. We haven't beat them in freaking Kansas City. We haven't beat them in 7 years in Kansas City.
Oh my god, that okay, yeah, that is true. I can see why you would want to start off with that. So that's very understandable. Normally we start off with what's going down, which is usually talking about Thursday night football, but there was no Thursday night football. So maybe we should talk about, for the first time, I think they said this was the third time that they've ever done it, a Tuesday night football game. So we can start off the episode with talking about the Tuesday night matchup between the Bills and the Titans. So I'm going to hand it off to you and let you start this Mamma Jamma off.
Dude, like, what happened to the Bills? Honest to God, like, what happened to the Bills? They didn't even show up for that game. Like, the Titans demolished them. Like, the Titans they never got sacked. They never had a turnover. They scored every single time they got into the red zone. They completely torched the Bills, and the Bills have looked great all year. So, where did that come from? Are the Titans really that good? Because I thought they were pretenders at the beginning, but that kind of sways my thought process on them.
I like it. Well, the Titans hadn't played a game in 16 days, so they had a lot of rest. I don't know if that helped or not with it. They had a lot of scrutiny for missing so much, and the Titans for going and practicing at a high school with potential, having COVID and then maybe spreading it there. Derrick Henry was interviewed, after the game, and he said this team has a lot of motivation to show, we are not someone to be messed with. We had a chip on our shoulder because of so many people criticizing the team and criticizing how they handled their COVID protocol. So they wanted to go out there and kind of show, like, hey, we're coming together as a team. We're going to make it work. Now, we have to mention, of course, the, as you put it, disrespectful move that Derrick Henry Norman, where he just straight up, get out of my face.
He didn't even say, like, get out of my face. He straight grabbed a grown-ass man and threw him like 5 yards.
In the words of Good Morning Football, they give angry runs. They do angry runs, and they give like a scepter. They give a scepter to the person who has the angry run for the week. Derrick Henry got it hands down. And the way he described Josh Norman, he was just like, as soon as Derrick Henry gave him that stiff arm, he said, "I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky." Like, I was like, oh my gosh, poor Josh Norman. Like, that's just terrible.
Well, that dude's had so many bad things, like him with the fight with Odell back in the day, and Like Josh Norman's he's been the butt of a lot of jokes, but this one just kind of topped everything. Just how far he actually flew. Like Derrick Henry, he's not huge, but he's insanely strong. And just what he did to Norman was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, Josh Norman used to be one of the top tier like safety players, and he's just declining. He was with the Redskins last year, did terrible. Since he's been playing with the Bills, people have just been, you know, scoring on him, doing what Derrick Henry did to him. I I just don't see him having any value in the NFL. I hate to say that, but he just doesn't seem like he has it anymore. And he was thinking about retiring, and then the Bills called him up to do this. I don't know. I just don't think it was a good move. I feel like the Bills could get someone else, better, even if they got someone from the practice squad.
Yeah, I think he's definitely lost a step.
Yeah, exactly. One thing that we can talk about as well, the recent news that has happened, the Jets, that same night, I think it was Tuesday, they had released Le'Veon Bell. So the Jets are going all in on just making this season not be a good one. They want the top pick. And I feel like almost they're saying they want Trevor Lawrence from Clemson, but they have Sam Darnold. And I've seen ESPN kind of mention some trade rumors for Sam Darnold as well. Do you think it's a possibility that they go all in and get rid of Sam Darnold as well?
Yeah, I do, but I don't think the Le'Veon Bell was really a move to go all in to tank the season. It didn't help that Le'Veon Bell after the game kind of threw a fit and said some things to the media that he shouldn't have said. Like he called out his coach, he called out the rest of the team. He was basically like a locker room cancer. He didn't really like start fights or anything like Earl Thomas did, but he definitely kind of let his tongue slip a little bit with the media, and that's why the Jets actually released him. It wasn't because he wasn't producing. Yes, he wasn't producing. Frank Gore, who's like 35 years old, was running the ball better than he was.
Yeah.
But it was that combined with him just running his mouth. Like the Jets were like, you know what, we're done. And the Jets still owe him $6 million minus whatever contract he gets for this year.
Yeah, they tried trading him, and I know there were some trade rumors, but no one wanted to take the pay that they would have to pay him with trading. No one wanted that, so he basically just straight up released him and said, "We'll take the hit. We'll pay him the $6 million, like you were saying." And so he hit the free agent market. What was the other team? The Dolphins, the Chiefs, and the Bills. I think.
And then the Patriots were looking at him too.
And the Patriots were all looking at him. But he ends up landing with the Kansas City Chiefs, a 1-year deal, obviously. He's already behind the great rookie running back that they have. And I don't think the Chiefs would have taken him if they still had Darian Williams, but he backed out because of COVID at the beginning of the season. So I think the Chiefs only took him for that reason. We had a comment on our Sports Harder Facebook page. Good old David, short but not long, said he'll be a spell back to the rookie. He'll see some time, but not as much as he wants. So, do you agree that's kind of how it's going to play out for him with the Chiefs? Do you agree with David?
Yeah, I can see that happening. He's going to be the back end. He's going to be the back end guy. I also had a comment on mine because when I shared the post, my buddy Willie actually commented on it as well, but he commented on my post, not the Sports Harder page.
Okay, awesome.
So he said, I think it's funny that both him and Antonio Brown flourished on the Steelers and in that system together, and then they both act like little bitches and request trades, and now they're both not in the league. Idiots. I mean, Le'Veon Bell is relegated to a backup, to a rookie. Like, Le'Veon Bell was the most sought after running back when he was released by the Steelers. And now he's relegated to a backup. I mean, he backed up Frank Gore for the Jets.
Yeah. I mean, I think it shows players, if they want to go down the route of sitting out a whole year just because you're not getting paid the amount of money you want to pay or you don't want to play on the franchise tag, is not going to work out for you. Because him sitting out a year clearly hurt his stock. And when he came back and the Jets signed him, he didn't even really get that much more than what he would have gotten if he would have stayed and played instead of sitting out a year. He only got a extra. So,
yeah, I think his franchise tag was what, 23 million, and he got 26 million or something like that. Like, it really was not a big difference.
Yeah, it did not help him in the long run, and so I think that will deter players in the future from saying, well, I'll sit out a year, I don't care. Well, the owners will look at you and just say, well, you and Le'Veon Bell are going to be in the same boat then, because he tried it and it didn't work out so well. So I can definitely see owners using that as an example to deter people from wanting to sit out for a whole year to try to get more money.
Yeah, but then you got the other side of the franchise tag thing, like Dak Prescott. I know probably wanted to wait to bring it up and everything, but he's playing on the franchise tag. He decided not to sit out, couldn't work out a contract with the Cowboys. He's on the franchise tag and gets that massive injury. Like, are they going to sign him to a contract now, or is he going to be released to another team?
Yeah, that's very true. And a lot of, obviously it's just rumors and cooler talk, water cooler talk. But a lot of people are saying, what if? There's always what ifs. If Dak Prescott goes to like an Atlanta Falcons and then the Cowboys get a Matt Ryan, what if they swap? Or if Dak decides to sign with some other team that's looking for a quarterback right now. The Cowboys could go all in and try to get a top pick in quarterback draft coming up. Everyone and their mothers are going to sign Trevor Lawrence to, their team. Like, everyone's going to break the bank and try to trade up for him. They're going to try to tank the season for him. Like, everyone wants him. All I have to say is I would feel extraordinarily bad for Trevor Lawrence if the Jets. I feel like
honestly,
worst scenario for him to go to.
I'm worried about the hype on Trevor Lawrence. I really am. Like, he looks good with Clemson. Don't get me wrong. The guy looks ungodly. He looks like LeBron James did in high school, like a man among kids. Yeah. Like, I mean, he looks like a beast of a player. But everybody's touting him as the heir apparent to Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. And, what if he comes in the league and he's the new Matt Barkley? Matt Barkley was a number 1 pick, wasn't he, for Arizona? He was a top 5 pick for Arizona. I don't know if he went number 1, but, he was a top 5 pick for Arizona. And what has he done? I think he's still in the league. I think he's a backup on the Bills, but I'm not 100% sure.
He went in for the last 4 minutes of the game against the Titans. He went in for Allen. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's still in the league, but he sucks. he's don't get me wrong. He's better than I'll ever be, because I would never make it to the NFL. I can't throw a football 50 yards, but he's no Tom Brady. He's no Peyton Manning. Hell, he's not even Andrew Luck.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it'll be interesting because, Trevor Lawrence has one of the best running backs in college football in ETN. So, they're basically saying that Trevor Lawrence and ETN are the top 2 Heisman candidates right now, and they're on the same freaking team. So, if you have a good running game, it's going to open up the passing game. And, I think Joe Burrow is learning that the hard way because he had a great running game at LSU, you know. And don't get me wrong, Nixon is a good running back, but I don't think they've really been using him all that much. So, it's one of those things where you get into the league and then you kind of start realizing, well, if I don't have a number one right wide receiver to throw to, or if I don't have a good running game or a good running back, then they don't look as good as what they could be.
And that was Derek Carr's problem the whole time. But that's another topic. Anyway, I'm gonna say this right here. LSU's offensive line was leaps and bounds better than the Bengals' offensive line is. You can't have a running game. You can't keep your quarterback standing up if your offensive line is the worst in the NFL.
Yeah.
Burrow's already been sacked like 20 plus times, and it's 5 weeks.
God.
Yeah, it's insane. Teams are averaging 5 sacks a game against him, and it's the offensive line. They're just not protecting him. And Mixon had one big game, and that was because I don't remember who the hell they were playing, but he torched them. But it wasn't a good team. It wasn't a good defense. But the minute you get a good defense, a good D line, Mixon can't get free from the offensive line because the D line is in so fast that he can't get yards.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look at Instagram real quick about the Le'Veon Bell thing because I think we had a couple comments about that. My one friend Connor said, as a Steelers fan, LMAO. So he with Le'Veon Bell, he just thought it was funny that that he had gotten released when that happened. Let's see. So did we talk last week about the Falcons letting go their head coach?
Yeah. A little bit we talked about it, and then we talked about I think we talked about the coach, or not the coach, the owner saying that Matt Ryan is not the future.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't bring it up because I think we said if they don't win this next game, he's probably going to get fired. Yeah, so.
And he got fired Monday, didn't he?
Yeah, I posted it 4 days ago. So.
Yeah, so he got fired on Monday. So yeah, we didn't talk about it. We just talked that it was going to happen, and then it happened. I think it was just me and you texting back and forth talking about it. I think that's what it was.
Yeah. So that was another big thing that had happened with the Falcons having the 0-5 start. Dan Quinn and the general manager both get let go by the Falcons. And then, like you said, the owner was asked about Matt Ryan, and he said, "I don't feel like he's the future of our franchise." Another team basically saying we're trying to get Trevor Lawrence, like you said, I said, everyone and their mothers is trying to draft him to their team, So it's one of those where they're trying to go in. Now, on Instagram, Matt Klein, who usually comments on our page, said that firing Dan Quinn and the general manager will not help at all. It's not going to help their team this season. At least. It's not going to help them.
Todd Gurley was supposed to come in as a savior, remember?
I mean, he hasn't been playing terrible, but he hasn't been playing like he used to, when he was close to getting the MVP. I don't think he'll ever be that. I don't think he'll ever be able to get to that form. But he's been playing terrible.
Well, what's funny is the Falcons on paper have one of the best teams. Matt Ryan is a good quarterback. They have Julio Jones. They have Calvin Ridley. They have Todd Gurley, Dante Fowler Jr. They actually have a good team. on paper, but they're not putting it together. I see Mel's hand.
Yeah, Mel's getting into the fridge. She's making a guest appearance, Melanie the Felony, right here in front of our own eyes.
Hi, just trying to be sneaky.
Now you'll be on YouTube. I'm excited about it. She's a superstar now. I'll never hear that.
YouTube famous with our 4 subscribers.
Oh yeah, exactly. So yeah, anyways, like you said, the Falcons, look really good on paper, but they just haven't been able to put it together and to, get a win. They've had these huge leads and just been blowing it, every single time. And, everyone reverts back to the Super Bowl when they had that big lead. And, Dan Quinn, the coach, was the reason why they got there. And Matt Ryan was MVP that year, so I don't know where they go from here, if they should try to get Trevor Lawrence or not, or if they should just call it good for the season. But I expect that they'll probably have, one of the top picks, when it comes to that. Let's see. I think that's really all the major news that's been going on in the NFL right now. I don't think we really had anything else. Did anybody comment on your page about the firing or anything? Or
Nope. Nobody said anything on that. I didn't see.
okay, I just want to make sure in case you need to shout out to those people about that. So, I mentioned Matt Klein and what he had said about it. So I think that was about it. So I think what we should go into next is a new segment. Well, not new to the podcast, but new for this year. This is the first time that we're doing it. It is the top 5, bottom 5. So we're going to do the top 5 teams that we feel in the NFL so far through 5 weeks, and then the 5 worst teams in the NFL right now. So do you want to start off with the top or the bottom?
Top's easier than the bottom, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So you want to start with the top then?
Yeah, we can.
What we do is we start off with number 5, so the 5th best team, and then we go up to number 1 team, the best team. So you start off at the 5th and then go up to number 1.
Number 5, Chiefs. I'm going to put Kansas City as number 5. If they hadn't lost to the Raiders, they'd be a much higher team. But they're still a strong team. They're still a really strong offense or scary offense. Like, defenses have a hard time planning for them. But I think the Raiders kind of exposed their offense a little bit.
Alrighty. Number 4.
Probably the Titans. Titans would be number 4.
After what they did against the Bills, that they swayed.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. They kind of destroyed them. Then number 3 would be the Ravens. I hate saying that because I thought they were going to be a joke this year, but the only team they've lost to is the Chiefs, and they're destroying everybody else. Like, nobody can stop them. And it's Lamar Jackson's actually throwing the ball well. He's not at a 56% completion percentage. He's at like 65%, which is pretty good for him, But yeah, the Ravens, I would put a solid number 3 on them.
Okay. Number 2.
Seahawks. I'd put the Seahawks at number 2. Yeah, I mean, they just, it's not that they're not great during the game, but they finish strong. Like, no matter who they're playing, they come out and they fight. They are fighters for 60 minutes. They don't quit at 45 minutes. They keep going no matter what. Like, they look down and out. in their last game. They looked like they were going to lose, and they somehow came back and won. They won by 1 point, but they still came back and won.
Yeah.
And then number one, it's the Packers. The Packers are number one right now. Like, they look unstoppable. Like, they're healthy. Their defense is scary. They're shutting teams down. They're averaging 38 points a game. Like, I honestly think, going back and looking at what we thought in the beginning of the year, I never thought I'd say that the Packers would be number one and Aaron Rodgers is a front runner for MVP.
Hey, there you go. I think they were a surprise, with that for sure. So I like your top five. I do agree on some of them. I think I just have like different positions for each one though. So number 5, I'm gonna go with the Steelers. Steelers are still 4-0. They haven't been beaten. Now they have a big game against the Browns coming up, obviously. But and if they beat the Browns, I think they definitely need to stay at 5 for sure. But I think their defense has been solid. Big Ben is looking good. They had that rookie. We'll see what he can do. Claypool. He's the first rookie ever to score 4 touchdowns in a single game.
Should have had 5. One got called back. One got called back because of I think it was a holding penalty. But he had 5 actual touchdowns. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. Let's see. So number 4, I gotta go with the Titans, just because again the Titans showed up against the Bills, and they're still undefeated because of that. So until they show me something different, I'm going to stick with them for that. Especially with Derrick Henry, because he hasn't had that breakout running game yet, but yeah, I mean, he hasn't put up big yards yet, at least. I mean, but he'll get there. He's still putting up touchdowns in the red zone. I mean, they're still handing him the ball for that. So, let's see. So that was my number 4, right? So number 3, I'm gonna put the Chiefs. Yeah, they took an L against your Raiders, but I feel like. When they want to turn it on, they can turn it on. And sometimes I think they sleep on teams too much, and if it's a team that they feel like is competitive enough, then they turn it on, they do what they need to do. So I still think even with that one loss, they're fine. Number 2 team, I hate to say it kills my heart and my soul, but the Seahawks have to go number 2. They're 5-0. I can't argue that. They haven't lost. Like you said, they know how to finish. It's so weird. Like, they were getting demolished by the Vikings, and the Vikings offense actually kept Russell Wilson on the sideline. Like, the time of possession was like ridiculous what it was. And like you said, they still found a way to somehow come back and win that game. I don't know how they were able to do that. And then the number 1 team, and I agree with you, is the Packers. Like you say, Aaron Rodgers is like dominating teams. It's not even close. Like, the Seahawks are like barely winning in their 5. Packers are undefeated and also mud holes into other teams. I think everyone wants to give Russell Wilson the MVP nod because of leading his team from behind and getting close wins. But I think Aaron Rodgers deserves it more right now because of how dominant they are, just stomping on people. So yeah, I think the Packers are definitely number 1 for sure.
So I have to throw it out there. I said Packers. My wife got excited. You said Packers. She got excited again. So my wife is a huge Packers fan, and she just popped off. I'm calling it Packers-Bills Super Bowl.
Bills, wow.
She thinks the Packers and Bills are going to the Super Bowl. I don't think the Bills are going to after their showing against the Titans, but they could turn it around after that game and just come out in a fury. But
yeah, true. Well, let's do bottom 5 now. As you're doing that, I'm gonna mute myself so I can get a charging cable for my laptop here. But you go ahead with the bottom 5.
okay, so are we starting with like the very, very bottom, so number 32?
No, so we're starting at the 5th worst team, going all the way to worst, very worst. Kind of
Like
like
I said, this one's hard. Okay, so 5th worst, I'm going to have to say the Broncos. The Broncos do not look good. They don't look like they're even solid. Their defense looks old and just run down. I don't think they're going to really.
anyone that missed for YouTube, anyone to watch it will have to listen to the top 5, bottom 5 on speaker or whichever one that we had left off on before my battery died. It didn't give me very much notice before that happened, so that was fun.
Yeah, that's never fun. But yeah, make sure you listen to the guys.
I know you like looking at these beautiful faces, but you need to listen to the podcast as well.
How did we go from ugly mugs to beautiful faces in 1 week?
I did a lot, thank you, to improve what I needed to improve. All right, I worked really hard to get everything all fixed. Okay, like
Yeah, I didn't do anything but pull my hair back. That's it.
we appreciate you putting forth so much effort. So.
Yep.
Alrighty, so something I thought that would be fun, especially with it being October and with it, being Halloween and everything. And I know you guys like Halloween. I know Jen, your wife, really loves Halloween and everything. So,
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the stuff on my walls.
Exactly. Maybe she'll give you some glares if you don't say the right answer. But now we're gonna do a special Halloween episode of Top 5, Bottom 5, which is the top 5 and bottom 5 candies for Halloween. So I did give you a little bit of a heads up. I gave you some warning beforehand, so that way you weren't put on the spot. So let's hear it. Let's see what you got for us.
So top 5. So I'll start with number 5.
Yep, number 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go with Three Musketeers because I love those. Like when we get those candies, like I'll eat those out of my daughter's when she trick or treats. She's 18 now, so she doesn't really do it much anymore. But still, like those are kind of the ones that I pull out when I'm handing out candy. Number 4, peppermint patties.
Oh my gosh, no. Ugh.
Oh, I love them. I don't know why I like them, but I have a hard time eating them because I bite into them and then I sneeze.
What?
If I eat anything peppermint, dude, I sneeze. It's weird.
That's so
And
weird.
it's like 1 or 2 sneezes and then I'm good and then I can eat it. But yeah, like even like chewing peppermint gum, I sneeze.
Oh my gosh, it's so random.
Number 3, Milky Ways. Specifically, Milky Way Midnight, if people actually like pony up and get those.
Pricey there for those.
No, they're hard to find. So, and then number 2, sorry, Snickers. And then number 1 is the go-to peanut butter cups.
Peanut butter cups. What, the Reese's?
Yeah, peanut butter cups, man.
Oh man. If I had to give a rating on that, I would say that was negative points. Like no, like you get like -10. You didn't stick the landing. Like you tripped and broke your ankle like Dak Prescott.
Ouch! Too soon. Too soon.
Sorry, Dak. It's all in good fun. So he doesn't listen to the podcast. It'll be fine. Could you imagine like his agent like calling him up and being like, "Hey, I was listening to this like local podcast and they were making fun of you breaking your ankle. You need to see these guys." Like,
You can have my $15.
right? Exactly. All right, top five. Number 5. I'm gonna go with Milky Way for number 5. I do like the little ones of those. I like eating those. I don't necessarily like the regular size ones, but I do the little mini ones.
Yeah, you have to go size, right?
Exactly.
Freaking.
My poor wife sometimes, she's just like, I don't like the small ones. I like the big ones. Yeah, and then number 4. Oh man, what would number 4 be? Gosh,
It's harder than it seems.
Lions would be number 4. It's a British candy. So when I was on my mission in England, I had a lot of those. So,
I think I've heard of those.
yeah, British chocolate is so much better. Like it's so good. So yeah, I love those. And they would actually, give those out in England for Halloween. It's not like, here in America, you would be surprised if you saw something like that, but there it's, commonplace.
Yeah, it looks like we lost video.
I don't think the laptop can stay charged long good enough to be able to handle doing a video.
Yeah. Pull it. And it got rid of your picture. There we go. It's like super.
Yeah, I just had to here. Let me. I think I need to unmute this too. Okay, try talking on the computer now.
Can you not hear me?
Okay, now I can.
Okay.
I had to turn my my speakers on.
Probably zoom your camera out because all I see is like you look like Wilson off of Home Improvement, but there we go.
I can see me good.
Yeah, it was like cutting you off like at your mouth.
Oh my goodness. Yay! No tech support. We did it. We figured it out. Okay. Alrighty. So the most important segment that we do, the picks of the week, the NFL picks of the week. The latest scoring for that is I am at 65.5 and 18. You are 61.5 and 23. So
Just no.
No what?
I've struggled the last couple weeks, but I did get my upset pick. So, but I think you got yours too. So,
well, hopefully it's still recording on your end because you're like frozen on my end. You're like frozen in place.
really?
So I can hear you though, it's still doing that, but hopefully that it's doing all right.
It says it's still recording, so
Alrighty, so we will see when it comes to that. Let me get my. Oh, now you're unfrozen. There we go.
Flex
Let me
on
get.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Let me get my visual aids here, since that's why we were doing this whole thing. So hang on 1 second. Alrighty. So can you hear me with me not holding the microphone? Is it okay to not hold it?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. I wanted to make sure for that. Alrighty. So,
Here,
the first
daughter wants to make a guest appearance on YouTube.
What's
Matt,
up?
you missed. Hey, how about you look at the camera really quick?
Hi.
Oh, hey. I can't see you because the camera's frozen again, but you know.
What the heck? Do I need to flex on it?
That's the problem. Not enough flexing. Oh, there we go. It's unfrozen. There we go.
Okay. See?
Oh, hey.
My daughter.
Now she's famous.
Yep, now she's YouTube famous with our four what do you call them? Subscribers or whatever, yeah.
Subscribers.
Followers, yeah.
Subscribers.
All right, so let's get into these picks of the week.
Alrighty, sounds good. So the first matchup that I have on the docket is the 4-1 Rams versus the 2-3 49ers. So with that, who wants to go? Well, you're behind, so since you're struggling, I'll let you start off.
No, I'll let you go first because it's your team.
Okay. Unlike last time when you said, "Oh, it's your team, so I'll go first."
I'll be nice this time.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Well, the Rams looked really good against the Washington football team, but I mean, what team doesn't look good against the Washington football team? The 49ers lost in my upset pick for the Dolphins. That really helped me out. Jimmy G looked like garbage. They actually benched him in the game. The second quarter, Jimmy G was not playing. I don't know. They were saying they thought that he wasn't doing very well on his ankle. So I'm not, I'm not sure when it comes to if it's their faith in him or they just don't think that he's all the way healthy yet. But rivalry game, in the same division. I know I've been picking the Rams a lot lately, but I'm still going to go with it. I'm going to go with the Rams. With them being my team, I think the 49ers defense is crumbling apart with not having all their defensive players. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams on this one.
Fair enough. Is Garoppolo's still nursing his ankle injury. He's kind of mad that he got pulled from the game, but is Kyle Shanahan, right? Yeah, their coach. He actually said flat out, he's like, if I'll start you against the Rams. If you don't look good against the Rams, I'm pulling you again because we don't want you to get hurt worse. We need you at the end of the year. So because of that, I'm going to go with the Rams as well.
Alrighty. Awesome. I like it. Alrighty. Well, the next matchup is the 1-4 Texans versus the 4-0 Titans. And your camera is like at least frozen on my end again. I think it might just be because my internet can't keep up with it probably.
You keep freezing as well. Your audio's good, but you keep freezing as well. So.
Oh, there you go. Okay, you're not frozen now. Okay, good.
So my pick for the first time this year, I am picking against the Texans. The Titans look so good. They look better than I expected. I thought they were pretenders at the beginning of the year, and they're not. So have to go with the Big T Titans.
Alrighty. I like it. You're not trying to do the kiss of death anymore for the Texans by picking them every week. So that's good on them. I'm gonna go with the Titans as well. They just look too good against the Bills, man. So definitely going with the Titans. It's like in 3D. It's like coming at me, Now it's like frozen on my screen, and all it is the Tennessee logo. Like it's just like frozen right in front of my face there.
Let's hope the recording
right,
actually looks good.
Hopefully, yes. Fingers crossed when it comes to that. The next matchup we got is the 1-3-1 Bengals versus the 3-2 Colts. So I get to go first on this one. Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Colts on this one. They came off a hard loss against the Browns. And Phillip Rivers, if he would cut down on the turnover interceptions, especially the ones that are going back for pick sixes, I feel like the Colts should be doing a lot better right now. I thought having him was what they needed. What they needed to like get over the hump and to like be good, but they, obviously it hasn't been working out as well as I thought it was going to. But the Bengals don't good either, so I'm gonna go with the Colts on this one.
So, our conversation earlier about the Bengals and kind of like their offensive line, the Colts' defensive line is really, really good. They have Dee Ford. They have a really strong defensive line, and I think it's going to be another week of Joe Burrow getting sacked 5 times. So I'm going to have to go with the Colts as well.
Alrighty. I like it. We've kind of been matching up team for team here so far. I think you're worried about going against me and getting some more L's like you did last week.
No, that was the week before, bud. Last week we were pretty even.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Alrighty, next matchup is the 0-5 Falcons versus the 1-4 Vikings.
Oh, this is a shit show.
Yeah, two teams that are not doing so hot right now. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the Vikings just because I think the Falcons are trying to reel it in, especially with the firing and everything that happened. And the Vikings almost beat the Seahawks. The Seahawks got very lucky that that the Vikings didn't get that stop on that 4th and goal. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this one.
Yeah, you stole my pick.
Oh, was it your turn to go first? My bad.
Yep. No, you're good. I'm going the same way. I'm going with the Vikings because one of two things is going to happen. Matt Ryan is either going to come out fired up because he got told he wasn't the quarterback of the future, or he's going to just be like, I'm not the quarterback of the future here, so I don't care. I think it's going to be more of the I don't care, and he's just going to be nonchalant. He's not going to play as hard, so I have to go with the Vikings.
Alrighty, I like it. I'll let you go first on this next one since I stole it from you. So the 1-3 Broncos versus the 2-2 Patriots.
So this one, I haven't heard. Is Cam Newton back or no?
I have not heard for that either.
Yeah, from
they don't
I know
have him on
Gilmore's
the injured list.
Yeah, but is he on the COVID pup list?
Well, the only one that I can see on the ESPN app is the injured list.
Oh, Hmm. Okay. Well, the Broncos are a shitstorm anyway, so this is going to be my lock, and it's going to be the Patriots.
Awesome. Oh,
Are
I
you going
like
to hold
it.
up the lock?
What's up?
It's my lock. Where's the
I didn't know
lock?
if you had one or not. Did you have
No, I don't have a lock.
one? Okay. Well then, boom, in your
Lock.
face.
Lock for the Patriots.
Lock it in. I like it. Well, I do see when I click on it, it has a video that says with Cam back. So it looks like Cam Newton will be playing.
Oh yeah, he's going to destroy the Broncos.
I definitely have to agree with you on this one. I'm going to go with the Patriots. I'm going to make it nice and easy and simple. Yeah, especially with having Cam Newton back. I think it's a done deal with that. So, let's see. The next matchup is the 1-4 Washington football team versus the 0-5 Giants.
Wow. You want me to take this one too?
Yeah, I'll let you go. I'll let you go back to back.
Okay. This one is another dumpster fire of a game. But based on record and record alone, I'm going to go my upset pick as the Giants.
Oh my gosh, he's going with his upset pick. Ah! What a game to pick as an upset. Oh my gosh. Two terrible
the other games, like I don't see one that could really be a potential upset. Like the other games that are coming up, like I don't see an upset possibility. Like the other teams are just too dominant. So,
Alrighty. Well, I mean, I like it. You got your lock and your upset already done. You're good to go. Um, let's see. Well, I'm gonna go based on what I said before that the Giants defense, is looking pretty good. I mean, Alex Smith could be starting for the Washington football team now, and he's a great comeback story. Yeah, I'll go against you. I'll go with the Washington football team. What the heck? Let's make it interesting. I'm gonna root for Alex Smith. I hope he makes this great, amazing comeback that no one ever saw coming. And I think he can handle getting tackled because if you didn't see, Aaron Donald sacked him 4 times. Well, not him specifically 4 times, but Aaron Donald got 4 sacks on the Washington football team, and 2 of them I think were on Alex Smith. One of them, he jumped on Alex Smith's back like a book bag and drug him to the ground. Like Alex Smith carried him for 1 or 2 steps and then went down, and that didn't break his leg. So I think he's 100% good to go with that.
yeah, you'd think after 17 surgeries, and almost dying from it, he would be a lot stronger.
We can rebuild him. We can make him stronger.
Right? He's the new Captain America.
All right, the next matchup, the 4-1 Ravens versus the 1-3-1 Eagles. So I get to go first on this one, and guess what? They are going to get my lock, but who's going to get the lock? Who? Oh, you think the Ravens are going to get my lock? You would be correct, good sir. That is what is going to happen. The Ravens are going to demolish the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Ravens are my lock for this matchup. Count it.
Yeah, I mean that's a duh move. If you took the Eagles on this, you're an idiot. Just saying, it's Ravens 100%.
All right, I concur. I agree with you. Now, an interesting matchup next on the docket. Should be a good game, and especially with the Ravens as well being in the same division. The 4-1 Browns versus the 4-0 Steelers. So you get to start off with this one, but I think I know where you're gonna go because of the whole you picking the Browns to win the division this year.
Yep, that's exactly where I'm going. The Steelers look good. Browns look better. Like, yeah, the Ravens demolished the Browns, but they came back with a fighting spirit, and they are just, I mean, they're fighting tooth and nail for everything. I really think the Browns got this over the Steelers.
Alrighty, I like it. And the Browns defense has been looking good. But the Steelers defense has been looking good too. I did say if the Browns won against the Colts that I would give them, more respect than what I had been giving them. But man, the Big Ben's been looking really good, and they've kind of been doing stuff, scheming stuff to make Baker Mayfield look better. I think I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I think the Steelers will show that the Browns are pretenders and that they can't hang with it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
See, I think it's the opposite. I think the Browns are going to show the Steelers are pretenders.
Oh, all right. All right, so the next matchup is the 4-1 Bears versus the 3-2 Panthers. So the Bears coming off that win against the Buccaneers. I think they kind of got lucky that Tom Brady was having a senior moment during that time. The Panthers have been,
Fourth down.
Fourth. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Panthers on this one. I like Teddy Bridgewater and how he's been playing. He looks really good, man. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with the Panthers as well because if I went for the Bears, my wife would hate me. So, yeah, I'm going with the Panthers. I mean, the Bears proved something when they beat the Bucks, though. They really actually did. But, the Panthers, they look good. Bridgewater's kind of coming into his own. He's getting a feel for the offense. And he's proving why he should be a starting quarterback. Like, he's good. Even if he does have little girly hands.
Alrighty, awesome. Well, the next matchup then is the 1-3 Lions versus the 1-4 Jaguars. I'm gonna let you talk about this matchup and your pick while I go grab something. So I'll be right back while you talk about that.
Why are we even talking about this? Like, that's not even a fun game. You give me the game of, like, the perennial losing teams. Like, that's fair. Now, I think Matthew Stafford looks good, but the team really doesn't. Their one win is against the Cardinals. That they actually have a good team. They've just kind of had a hard time winning some games. They've been in most of the games that they've played. The Jaguars, however, have been just a dumpster fire since beating the Colts. So on this one, I'm actually going to go with the Lions.
Alrighty, I did hear your pick with the Lions. So, I actually, and you have it, going in my face like that. I actually agree with you, and based on record, this is going to be my upset pick because even though they both only have one win, the Lions have one less loss. So I'm going to go with my upset pick being the Lions for this matchup. because the rest of
That's
the
fair.
matchups can't really be upsets. So I kind of have to go with that as my upset.
I mean, you could have taken the Jets over the Dolphins, but sorry, I can't say that with a straight face.
No. It's like no, sorry, no, Superman no here, no.
No, Peter, no,
Um, Just take this flyer. Just let me know if you've seen him. No.
He's not here.
He's not here. No. So the next matchup, like you said, that I could have taken is the 0-5 Jets versus the 2-3 Dolphins.
Oh, this is your pick. Haha.
Yeah, my pick. I'm definitely. I don't think I can pick the Jets to win a single game this year. I think if I did, like, I wouldn't be a very good, sports analyst person. So, yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins. And especially since they just came off that win against the 49ers, I think the Dolphins are kind of getting a little momentum there. So, yeah, definitely going with the Dolphins.
So the Dolphins have beat the 1-4 Jaguars and the 2-3 49ers or 2-2 49ers. I think they're 2-3.
2-3.
Yeah. So they're 2-3, but they haven't beat a team over 500. But guess what? The Jets are not over 500. The Jets are the biggest dumpster fire in the NFL right now. So yeah, I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah, I said, man, if anybody picks the Jets to win a game this year, it's going to be a miracle in itself. So, I don't know why anyone would ever pick the Jets or the Giants to win a game, unfortunately.
Unless they play each other.
All right, so the next matchup is the 4-0 Packers versus the 3-2 Buccaneers.
Wait, I just have to clarify something. You just said if anybody picks the Giants, they've got problems. We both picked the Giants.
What? Wait, did we?
Yes.
No, I picked the Washington football team.
Oh, yeah, okay. I picked the Giants, so fight me. Flex on him. All right, so my pick. Brady is showing that he's a geriatric. So Aaron Rodgers looks amazing. I'm going with the Packers.
Yeah, I just can't see too many defenses that are going to be able to stop Aaron Rodgers this year. I'm not sure if Devontae Adams is back healthy to be able to play this game or not. He's not on the injury report.
Yeah, he's active. He might be questionable, but he's active.
Okay. Either way, I'm definitely going with the Packers. I can't see, especially like you said with the Bucks having their senior moment with Tom Brady and everything that happened with that. I'm just gonna go with the Packers, especially after putting them number 1 on our top 5 list. So
yeah.
Let's see. What? Oh, the Sunday night game is the Rams and the 49ers. I know I started off with that matchup, but that's the Sunday night football game. And so then we go into the Monday night games, which are 2 of them. One of them was supposed to be the Thursday night game for yesterday, which is the 4-1 Chiefs versus the 4-1 Bills. I think you went first on the last one,
Your
right?
pick.
So, gotta go with the Chiefs, baby. I'm riding that bandwagon. The Bills kind of let me down with losing against the Titans, so I kind of lost some confidence. The Chiefs, yes, they're coming off the loss with the Raiders, but I think they kind of want to be like, okay, we're going to turn it up a notch then and let people know, hey, we mean business. that was like a fluke type of thing. So
Just got to make faces. So, by the transitive property, the Bills should win this game because the Bills beat the Raiders beat the Chiefs. So, the Bills should win this game. Both teams got exposed terribly this week. Absolutely horribly. The Bills lost to a 4-0 team. The Chiefs lost to a 2-2 team. But Chiefs were playing a division rival. It's always tough in your division, no matter who you're playing.
yeah,
Like your team could be 1-5, and you're taking on a 6-0 team in your division, and it's going to be a fight to the end. Where the Bills didn't play somebody in their division. I think Patrick Mahomes is pissed. I think he's going to come out firing, and I think they're going to destroy the Bills. I think it's not even going to be a fun game to watch.
man, it's gonna be that bad. All right, golly, Ned. All right, well, the late evening Monday Night Football game will be the 3-2 Cardinals versus the 2-3 Cowboys. So Cowboys now have Andy Dalton as their leader. As we didn't really talk about it too much, but Dak Prescott going down with that awful ankle injury, out for the season. Boo Boo basically like messaged me and was like, "Yeah, I'm done. Like, I'm not watching any more Cowboys games. Like, I'm done with the season." I told him to not be so pessimistic because I feel like the Cowboys under Andy Dalton still have a pretty decent quarterback. Can he run the ball like Dak Prescott? No, but I feel like he can throw better than Dak Prescott. So
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
He had AJ Green for all those years, and he was always getting the ball to him and being successful. And they went to the playoffs like 5 straight years with him or something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's got the experience under his belt. I feel like he's going to rely on. They'll go back to the running game because they got away from Zeke and they got away from running the ball because they're always behind by so many points. They can't run the ball. So, I mean, I feel like the game plan for the Cowboys will change now with Andy Dalton being in. Do I feel like this will give them an edge to win? No. I'd still go with the Cardinals. The Cardinals have the best wide receiver in football in DeAndre Hopkins. Kyle Murray is getting his legs under him with running the ball a lot more. Is he going to put up numbers like Lamar Jackson did last year? Probably not, but I still feel like he will carve up the Cowboys defense. So yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals.
So I don't agree with you that Andy Dalton has a better arm than Dak. I think Dak's got a better arm, but I think Dak's had better weapons around him than Andy Dalton ever did. But Andy Dalton did lead the Bengals to playoffs. You know, he led them to winning records. He was a good quarterback for the Bengals. I mean, he was no Carson Palmer, but honestly, I think they were on the same level. They both went to the playoffs and never won a damn game. I think the Cardinals aren't playing to their potential for how good they really are. I mean, they do have DeAndre Hopkins. They have Kyler Murray, who is just that dude's a freak of nature. He's like 5'6", I think. Like they put him at like 5'10", but I think he's like 5'6". You show him matched up with people, and he's tiny. Like their running back is taller than Kyler Murray. It's terrible. But that being said, I think the Cowboys are going to come out fighting for Dak Prescott. They're going to be like, this is for Dak, this is for Dak. But I don't think it's going to be enough, and I think the Cardinals take the game.
Alrighty. I like it. Well, that'll be an interesting matchup with the later game. Oh gosh, I just looked at the Thursday night football game. Oh my gosh.
I forgot who was that.
What is Thursday night football doing? Like, who organized these games? Like, the best one they've done so far was the Chiefs and the Bills. Didn't even play the game. But this upcoming Thursday night football is the 0-5 Giants versus the 1-3-1 Eagles.
Oh Lord,
Like,
that's
why?
not even cool.
I just don't even know why. All right, I think you get to go for this one because I picked the Cardinals on the last one first.
Yeah, you did. I think the win against the Washington football team is going to be the only win that the Giants get all year. So I think the Eagles actually come out and take this. I think it's going to give them their second win. It's not going to give them any kind of momentum or anything. They're still a garbage team. I had them pick to win the division, and they haven't even shown up. But lucky for them, their division is the worst one in the NFL. I mean, God, they were like 0-2 or something like that, or 0-3, and it was like, oh hey, if they win this game, they take over the lead for the division. Like, wait, what? And they had the lead in the division for a minute, until the Cowboys won their second game. But I'm taking the Eagles on this one because the Giants, they're just garbage.
All right. I am going to agree with you on this one. Gotta go with the Eagles. I feel like they have more weapons on on offense, and I think they got some more going for them. I think you picked the Eagles to win the division, but I feel like the Cowboys will win the division with a losing record probably. So
That's what you said at the beginning of the year.
whether the Cowboys would win with a losing record.
Yep, that's what you're like. They're going to win with a 7-9.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's just funny having a division like that you think maybe like 2 or 3 years ago they were one of the top divisions in the NFL, and now they're one of the worst divisions. They had the Eagles who won a Super Bowl, and then now they've done nothing since then. And then they had the Cowboys when Dak first came in with Zeke. Was like, Dak was the savior, and Zeke was, the hot stuff, and they, get a crazy throw by Aaron Rodgers, to lose the playoff game. Everyone thought that was the Super Bowl. Have two rookies, going to the Super Bowl with Dak and Zeke. So everyone was like, oh, well, that's okay. The future is bright for the Cowboys. And then after that, they haven't done anything. So it's just like, everyone had such high hopes, and now that division is just, hot garbage.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
So, alrighty, well, that wraps up our picks of the week. Kind of went against you on some of them that maybe I would have agreed with you with, just so that way I could, get like a little bit of a bigger lead on you. Try to expand that reach a little bit farther.
Don't lie, you just wanted me to catch up to you.
Well, I mean, I do want people to stay interested. I don't want them to get bored and be like, well, Matty Ice is like so far ahead, it doesn't even matter, I want them to be able to, stay with it, for it. Oh my gosh. I need to tell the logo design people to draw you like that, just have you, doing that. Just have you flexing, yeah. But we're excited about having the logo design. It's funny that we normally have problems with the audio side, and it cuts us off. we didn't get cut off at all with the audio side, but this time the video side kind of screwed us, and we got caught up a bunch of times with the video. Promise that we will get our stuff together and be more prepared. And when I say we, I mean me, with making sure the laptop is charged and make sure everything's good to go. We will have everything looking better. I feel bad for people that are going to watch the YouTube video, but, it'll be a little choppy having, being split up. But hopefully you guys can understand that we're learning, we're growing. It'll take some time to get everything perfect, but we will get there. We will press forward and get to where we need to be. So, appreciate everyone's patience with this. If you're not patient with it, then just, complain about it in the comment section. That's fine with me. Just,
We'll take some constructive criticism.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. So, I'm perfectly fine with anybody complaining about whatever they want to complain about. Alrighty, was there anything else that we needed to cover before we wrap everything up?
Earl Thomas still not signed.
That's gonna be our go-to for the rest of the year, as long as he doesn't have a team.
Yeah, well, it started with Jadeveon Clowney, and now it's Earl Thomas.
Yep, exactly. I was thinking it was going to be Le'Veon Bell there for a while after he got released. I was like, well, we're going to have two people that we can say that, but, he got signed pretty quickly, so.
Yeah, by the damn Chiefs. Ugh. I don't like that.
Might as well make them better than on offense. Can never have too many weapons on offense for the Chiefs, apparently.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Terrible. Alrighty, well, we appreciate everyone listening. As always, we appreciate you guys hopefully watching as well for the YouTube video. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. You can catch us as always. Listen to us on Anchor. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the major podcast providers. You can listen to us. You can check us out on our Facebook page, Sports Harder Podcast. You can catch us at Twitter at Sports Harder P, capital S, capital P. You can catch us at Instagram, sports_harder_podcast. We've had more people commenting on Instagram. I like it. Keep it up. We've had people commenting on the Facebook page, which is good. We will keep giving you guys shout outs. We'll keep on mentioning you guys and talking about whatever it is that you guys bring up. As always, you don't have to comment about sports related stuff. You can comment on the page on Instagram, Twitter, and we will talk about whatever topic you want to talk about. If you want to, talk about global warming, we'll talk about global warming. Sure, why not? I don't know anything about it, but we'll talk about it. Anything at all under the sun, we'll talk about it, debate about it, whatever it may be. And you can, follow our channel on YouTube. I promise it'll continue to get better. We're trying to think of new innovative stuff for YouTube. We got our signs for our team picks. We got our upsets and our locks. We're gonna think of some cool games to do as well with the YouTube channel now that we brought it up. Once we get a proper setup, I'm gonna have like my pop figures behind me and stuff like that. So that'll be cool. A lot of things that are happening, a lot of cool things. So anything that I forgot that need to add in there, Chris?
No, if you check out the YouTube channel, just subscribe and follow the notifications. Ask for all notifications. Don't do personalized, because personalized is garbage. It doesn't work right. It doesn't work right. Like YouTube doesn't work the algorithms right on that for some reason. But yeah, do the subscribe. And if you leave a comment on the video on YouTube, we'll follow up on that as well too.
That is true. Awesome. Alrighty, well, I guess until next time then, guys, we will catch you guys on the flip side.
Later.
Peace. Deuces.